Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of NB Bassin. I am your host, Donald Patterson. Hard to believe that we're into episode 11 already. Almost 3 months into this little adventure. Hope you folks have been enjoying checking out some episodes, even if you haven't had a chance to catch them all. I hope you've listened to some, and I hope you've really enjoyed it. I know I've enjoyed putting it together, and I hope there's a lot more to come. Let's get the business side of things out of the way. Make sure that I show the appreciation, give credit where credit is due. Fish Bomb Outfitters, Southern Yankee Baits, War Dog Lures, and Northern Michigan Outfitters. I can't thank you guys enough, everybody that stands behind me in this little journey we call bass fishing. And most importantly, my wife and my son. They are, without a doubt, the rock that keeps me grounded, and without them, I don't even want to know where I'd be. So, where to go this week? Spring has sprung. It's a little cold here in New Brunswick the last couple days, so it takes a little bit of the excitement out of it, but it's definitely not gone. Official opening day here in New Brunswick for the southern part of the province, rivers and brooks, is now 10 days away. We're getting down to crunch time, folks. I see a lot of posts on social media. People are getting excited, especially after last year. Last year we basically started everything's still officially open, but we were running behind thanks to Mother Nature and 600 feet of snow and Lord knows how many feet of ice. It was just, last year was a depressing start to the season, so this year's shaping up to be a whole lot better. I know myself personally, I'm really getting anxious, and I guess that excitement just built this past weekend with the New Brunswick Sportsmen show. I was there basically all weekend with the New Brunswick Sport Fishing Association, looking after the booth for our association, promoting the sport, speaking to, I couldn't tell you how many people, but the one thing I will tell you is after this weekend, I'm feeling a whole lot better about the health and the future of our sport in our local area. And I really do hope that this is starting to reflect in other jurisdictions. From previous episodes, if you've listened, I know you've probably got the impression that I'm not going to say worried, but very aware, very conscious of the health of our sport, the future of our sport, because of factors like the expense and whatnot. And yes, that's still a consideration. But after talking to people this week, or this weekend, I'm really happy to say that the future of the sport looks bright. We had a number of non-members, people who are not in any way, shape, or form affiliated with our association, come along, pick up our tournament schedule so they could see what we were doing, where we were doing it. Pick up membership applications for our association, express interest in joining us, joining our tournaments. Some people just joining us to be active in the bass fishing community. They're not quite ready to fish tournaments yet. They don't think their boat is right, or they don't think their experience level is right, but the interest is there. So I walked away from this past weekend feeling very, very optimistic about the health of our sport here at home. And I take that as a good sign, because if we can grow our sport here at home, just our local base, then that's going to hopefully open the door for us to grow with bigger opportunities, offering more to our anglers here in this area. The opportunities are out there. We just have to capitalize on them. It takes work, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes change. But change is not always a bad thing. Change is inevitable, I'm not going to tell you that all change is good, but if we truly want something to flourish, something to grow and be healthy, like our sport, then we have to be open-minded about things. And I, for one, am going to look at every opportunity that comes my way, both personally and, on a bigger scale. Is there something that I can do to help grow the sport, to make it more attractive to a larger audience? And that's something that we're working on within the New Brunswick Sport Fishing Association. And I'll give you a prime example. This past weekend, I launched our Periscope channel. For those of you who aren't necessarily familiar with Periscope, it is an app that works in conjunction with Twitter. We are going to be able to live stream a number of events this year. I started out this weekend doing some live broadcasts from the Sportsmen show. So those of you who had the opportunity to check that out, I don't know, I think I'm one of those people that more or less has the face for radio, but I put myself out there anyways. Had the opportunity to do a couple quick broadcasts. Had a real treat to be able to do one with my young son Sunday afternoon within the last couple hours of the show. Well, we're going to use that same technology that I used just testing and playing around with this weekend to promote the Sportsman show. We're going to use that same technology to promote our sport. We're going to start broadcasting our weigh-ins. So it's pretty simple, folks. Anybody who's on Twitter, if you're not on Twitter, it's a quick little sign up, very similar to Facebook. Give your email address, give your name, pick a username, and away you go. Get yourself signed up for Twitter. Then look for Periscope. Sign up, same deal. You sign into Periscope with your Twitter account. You sign in. I wish I had a visual element, folks, so I could show you exactly how quick and easy it is. But just look up Twitter, look up Periscope, get yourself signed up. The username at NBSFA. And there's a number of anglers, professional anglers, using this technology. I watched segments of the takeoff from the Classic from a number of different points of view. People using this technology. Well, we here in New Brunswick are going to use it for our weigh-ins. That username again, at NBSFA. Get signed up. Follow that username. Follow the New Brunswick Sport Fishing Association. When we click on the camera and we go live with a broadcast, if you have that set up on your mobile device, you will get a notification instantaneously. The New Brunswick Sport Fishing Association is live. Click on that and you can watch. And like I said, we're going to stream our weigh-ins starting May 7th in Harvey, New Brunswick. One of the earliest tournaments in the country, to my knowledge, as far as the date goes, because we here in New Brunswick are lucky enough to have a longer tournament season than a lot of other jurisdictions. I know I was having discussions the other night with some individuals in Ontario, and they were quite jealous that our tournament season opens in May and extends right through. Normally our last tournament runs early to mid-October. So you're looking for us the better part of 6 months of tournaments. And in a cold weather climate like New Brunswick, we can't ask for more than that. I mean, we could do some ice fishing tournaments. It's not really my cup of tea, but that doesn't mean that it wouldn't work and extend that season even further. But open water tournaments, 6 months worth of tournaments. Where I believe I heard some individuals say that in Ontario, or the southern portion of Ontario anyways, they basically get 3 months. So it's a thriving fishery we have here, and we're hoping to promote it. We're hoping it will grow. Excuse me, I just had to take a little sip before I was coughing in your ear. But for this growth to be, how do I put this? For this growth to be smooth, for this to be a healthy thing, our members, our membership, our board of directors had to embrace a little change. This is all new. Yes, it means a little more work. Somebody has to do the camera work. Someone has to be a little more on the ball, keeping the social media side of things updated. Well, social media is a reality for us folks. In the fishing industry, social media is a huge reality. It's free publicity. It is free promotion. As long as you manage it properly, most of these social media sites are free to use. Yes, there are pay options so you can upgrade posts and push it to the forefront a little bit. And that's great. And I'm not saying that that shouldn't be used from time to time, but for the most part, social media is free promotion. Once again, it's a change. No, not everybody's going to use it. Not everybody is going to embrace social media or online marketing for events. Well, I can speak from experience to the power of online promotion and social media in the fishing industry. An event that I helped create, Fishing for Memories, a charity event, has basically been run 100%. I shouldn't say that. Last year we did have a radio sponsor step up and join our partner with us to help promote it. That's year 4. Years 1 through 3, 100% social media promotion. Had no other medium other than social media to promote that event. And it became one of the most successful events, the largest charity fishing tournament in the province. So the tools are there. The tools are there. We just need to get our mindset in the right place. And social media is not the only place. Technology is changing. I mean, all you gotta do is look at our scales, our weigh-in scales, digital displays, and heads-up leaderboards that update every few seconds. All this stuff is there for us to use, to make the competitor's experience, and now in our case, the viewer's experience, better. Now it's like I said, after this past weekend, I am so fired up, so excited right now about the future of the sport. I want to take so many things and just run with them, but I can't. I can't do it alone. I need the support of my fellow members of the board of directors here in New Brunswick, the members of our association here in New Brunswick, and I need the support of other anglers, both here in New Brunswick and from other jurisdictions. We all need to work together. I guess that's probably the biggest change that needs to take place, is we need to start working together instead of saying, well, my series or my association or my club needs this. Why don't we look at the health of the sport? Because if our sport is healthy, it doesn't matter. I mean, yes, it matters how many tours we have, how many associations.